Hi my lovelies, I needed to wash my brushes anyway today, so I thought I would just quickly do a video for you guys considering we just did a brush like my favorite brushes. So I thought I'd just show you how to do it and how to use this little contraption guy I showed you. So these are my lovely brushes. You can see how nice and dirty they are. And then here is my plate. Now in here is olive oil, a little bit of olive oil mixed with a sanitizing hand wash. I use the Dettol one, but any sanitizing hand wash you use is absolutely fine. Okay, so first of all what I like to do is I just like to take the brush and I just like to dip it in the mixture that I've made. Remember, you don't want too much olive oil because it will make the brushes oily. You want like a little bit, it's just to really condition the hairs. So basically all I'm doing is I'm taking the brush and I'm just dipping it in the solution so it looks like that, and then I'll place it down, and then we will just go through all of them like that. And those were all just face brushes. We still have to do the eye brushes. Fantastic. Okay, now we turn the faucet on. It's sort of like a lukewarm. I just like to wash off all the soap that has gone in here because some of it's dirty and we don't want the brushes to get full of more soap. So I just always like just to wash out the basin. Don't really think you have to do this. And you don't have to have the faucet running really fast, so I just like to get it to the temperature that I want. Put your eggie on your finger like this. Like you'll see, I'll literally have it at like a trickle, because I know here in South Africa we're having a huge, see look, it's like literally trickling out of here. It's not even going that fast. So you take your brush that you've just got your lovely soap on, wet it just a little bit, and always have your brushes facing down. Never ever put them up, because otherwise in here is where all the glue is. If you turn it the other way around and water gets in there, it will loosen the bristles and they'll all start falling out. I mean, you can see how disgusting this is. Oh, and I try to clean my brushes every once or twice a week. Okay, I'll be honest, I think I haven't washed them maybe in 2 or 3 weeks, but you know, you do need to clean them as often as possible because of bacteria, and that's where you can get breakouts on the skin. Your brushes won't perform as well. You'll see they won't put down the product as nicely as they maybe did before. Then I take off the eggie and then I just use my fingers and I just squeeze out the water until you don't see any suds anymore. Because obviously we don't want any soap in our brushes or any oil. So we just do this. It does sometimes with the bigger bristle brushes, it does take longer obviously because there's more bristles. And this water is pretty cold, it's not even like warm. Okay, and the reason why I've got this towel hanging here is I still have it facing downwards. I like to give it a good squeeze, and then I'll shake it, and then I'll squeeze it again. And the way you lie down is I'm going to lie down flat here on my basin side until it's ready to go to my room where I've got the towels. I'll show you that, guys, in a minute. Okay, so then we just carry on until you've done all of your brushes. So this is good to do on a day when you're at home and you've got nothing to do. This is a good time to do it. So on this you'll see there's bigger ones and there's little ones. Obviously for the big brushes it's these bigger bristles. Show you guys how you can also wash your brushes if you don't have one of these things. You don't have to have one of those. You could use your fingers as well. So what you would do is same thing, you dip your brush into the product and in the palm of your hand you'll just swirl, and you'll see in your swirl, you know, you can even get your fingers in there separating the brush, and then when you pull it out you'll see that all the product comes out, and then yeah, you just rinse it the same as you would all the others. I will do another one for you so you can see. A bigger brush. Okay, here's with a bit of a bigger brush. So you just wet it the same way you did in the palm of your hand. Which are smaller, so you're going to use the smaller part up here, or again just the palm of your hand if you don't have one of these eggy guys. That's how I used to do it before I bought this contraption. I've only had this thing since last year November, so I haven't had it that long. And then you just go into the smaller grooves there because it really gets in between the bristles. And then my lovelies, this is what you should be left with. All your nice clean brushes, laying down flat please on a towel or face cloth, letting them dry naturally. Don't put them in the sun because that can also sometimes, you know, damage the bristles, or you know, the glue, make the glue come undone. So you just leave them like this, and then yep, they should be dry by tomorrow morning, if not later on this evening. And that's how we clean our brushes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was informative and helpful for you guys who wanted to know how to clean your brushes. Catch up on the next video, and ciao ciao.